Google just announced glasses that can do something. Meta's $300 Ray-Bans physically cannot. No display, no AR, no phone replacement. What Google has built is true augmented computing, powered by Gemini AI. This is Project Aura, launching Q3 2026. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why every other AI eyewear brand should be terrified. Why this time is different. Remember Google Glass in 2013? It was supposed to be the future. Instead, it became one of tech's most expensive failures. People called wearers glass holes. Bars banned them. Cinemas threw people out. The hardware overheated constantly, the battery died within an hour, and the AI basically useless. That project cost Google $1.5 billion and went dead by 2015. Remembered not as innovation, but as a warning. So why would anyone believe Google can get it right this time? Because everything that killed glass has fundamentally changed. 3 things happened. First, Meta proved people will wear smart glasses. 2 million Ray-Ban Metas sold in just 18 months. Cameras on faces went from creepy to convenient almost overnight. Second, AI transformed completely. Gemini can now see, interpret, and understand the physical world with accuracy that didn't exist a decade ago. It's not answering questions anymore. It's understanding context, objects, languages, and environments in real time. Third, AR optics finally matured. Waveguide displays that were dim and prohibitively expensive in 2013 now project bright, clear imagery even in direct sunlight. The market exploding. 250% year-over-year sales growth in AI glasses last year alone. The world that rejected Google Glass is not the world of 2026. But here's where Google actually learned from their $1.5 billion mistake. Glass had brilliant hardware. What it didn't have was a reason to exist. No apps, no ecosystem, nothing to do with it after the novelty wore off. Aura changes that completely, starting with the display that Meta simply cannot match. The technology that changes everything. Let's be clear about what separates Meta from Google here. This isn't about better features. They're playing completely different games. Meta Ray-Bans have no display. They're cameras with voice assistants. Useful for capturing content, but they don't replace your phone. They don't create a new computing surface. They're accessories. Google Aura is something else entirely. It uses a 70-degree field of view AR display. That's enormous for consumer glasses and fundamentally different from anything currently on the market. What does that actually mean in practice? You can watch a full Netflix movie while commuting without looking down at your phone. You can read the full documents, run multiple apps in separate floating windows, place navigation directions directly above the street as you walk. That's not a feature gap. That's a category difference. And this isn't experimental tech. Aura runs on X-Real's mature waveguide optics, one of the most proven optical systems available. The display remains usable in real-world conditions, including bright outdoor environments. The original Google Glass also had a display. It failed due to overheating and lasted only an hour. Google solved that problem elegantly this time. Instead of stuffing processors, batteries, antennas, and thermal systems into the frame itself, Aura moves all of that into a compact external puck that clips to your clothing or stays in your pocket. The result, no heat on your temples, far less weight on your face, and all-day battery life comparable to a smartphone. Interacting with a virtual screen floating in space is handled through 3 input systems working together. Gesture control lets you pinch, zoom, drag, and resize windows using natural hand movements. Eye tracking, integrated into Google's glasses for the first time, allows you to look at a notification and open it with a simple blink. No voice commands, no exaggerated gestures in public. Voice control ties everything together and adapts seamlessly to your environment. But the real advantage Meta can't touch is the platform. Aura runs on Android XR, an ecosystem designed to support real Android apps in 3D space. Messaging, maps, YouTube, Gmail, translation tools, work apps, all appear as floating windows anchored to your physical environment. Developers don't have to start from scratch. They adapt existing apps. Thousands will be ready at launch. Google already powers billions of devices with Android. Aura is the natural extension of that ecosystem. Meta doesn't have that platform advantage. Apple's Vision Pro is too large and too expensive to scale to everyday glasses. And we haven't even gotten to the AI that brings all of this to life. Gemini AI. The real killer feature isn't voice commands or notifications, it's navigation. With Google Maps Live View built directly into the glasses, directions don't interrupt your world. They blend into it. Look straight ahead. A small pill shows your next turn. Tilt your head down and a full map appears, like a GTA-style mini-map with arrows placed directly onto the real road in front of you. Zombie phone walking disappears completely. No more staring at Google Maps while crossing busy streets. No more getting lost in airports while juggling luggage. Navigation stays exactly where your attention should be, in the real world. Apps like Uber take full advantage, guiding users through crowded terminals to precise pickup points with real-time visual overlays. For travelers, live translation is where this becomes essential. Spoken language appears as instant subtitles in your view. Menus are translated and explained without pulling out a phone or pointing a camera. The information simply appears when you need it. Gemini also answers, "What am I looking at?" instantly. Look at a product. It identifies it, reads the label, and compares reviews in seconds. While cooking, recipe steps float above the stove. In meetings, documents appear in your view so you can read without breaking eye contact. Information stays embedded in the moment instead of pulling you out of it. Then there's Circle to search. In the real world, instead of circling something on a screen, you circle the physical object with your fingers. Aura understands the gesture, isolates the object, and identifies it instantly. Environmental transformation pushes this even further. In demos, a simple command like "Make this room look like Christmas" transforms the entire space in real time. This is the leap Google Glass never had. It's powered by AI that actually understands physical space. And that brings us to the most important long-term difference. Meta AI is fine for conversations and basic descriptions, but Meta's glasses can't anchor content into the real world. They can't run full AR applications. At their core, Meta's glasses are cameras with voice assistants. Google's glasses are spatial computers with AI vision. That gap will decide the market, and it's not one Meta can close without rebuilding their hardware from scratch. Glass had ambitious tech and still failed. So why won't Aura face the same fate? Design, privacy, and market domination. Google Glass didn't fail because of bad technology. It failed because people didn't want to wear it. And more importantly, because the people around the wearer didn't trust it. That backlash forced Google to step back. Instead of rushing another product, they spent a decade waiting for the ecosystem, hardware, and public perception to finally align. Those early prototypes that went viral online as blind person goggles? Never meant for consumers. Internal engineering units built purely for testing. The real consumer version of Project Aura is a completely different product. This time, Google co-designed the final frames with Warby Parker and Gentle Monster, brands known for fashion, not gadgets. Aura follows the Meta Ray-Ban strategy, but pushes it further. Normal-looking frames combined with a full augmented computing stack. Behind the scenes, Google didn't work alone. Through their partnership with Samsung, they quietly secured dozens of XR-related patents covering projection systems, eye tracking, gesture sensors, and thermal design. Samsung also supplies display drivers, processing modules, and large-scale manufacturing expertise. Aura isn't a niche experiment. It's designed to scale to millions of units globally. Privacy was rebuilt from the ground up. Aura features a large, unmistakable recording indicator, not the subtle LEDs that helped doom Google Glass. Image-based queries require explicit activation, no passive recording. Data logs can be wiped instantly. Google has openly acknowledged what they learned the hard way. Smart glasses don't fail because of hardware. They fail because of social rejection. Aura is designed to make people around the wearer. So why won't Aura fail like Glass? 3 critical differences. First, Glass launched without real AI. Assistants in 2013 couldn't understand the physical world. Aura runs Gemini, built specifically to interpret real-world context. Second, Glass looked like obvious cyborg gear. Aura looks normal because it's designed by fashion brands. Third, Glass launched into a hostile market. Aura arrives after Meta proved social acceptance by selling 2 million smart glasses. The market that killed Glass no longer exists. The category gap makes this obvious. Meta Ray-Ban, $299, camera with voice, AI, no display, no AR, 0 phone replacement capability. Google Aura, expected $500 to $700, 70-degree AR display, real Android apps, Gemini AI, replaces roughly 30 to 40% of daily phone interactions. That's not a feature gap, that's a category gap. Because of that, Aura appeals to far more people than expected. Travelers get hands-free translation, commuters get navigation without constant phone checks, students gain visual AI for learning, creators capture content from their real perspective. Every day, users simply want fewer interruptions. Aura doesn't replace the phone immediately, and that's intentional. It removes dozens of small interactions each day. Historically, that's exactly how platforms shift. The first wave arrives in Q3 2026 with a monocular display, Maps Live View, and hands-free navigation. Later versions move to full binocular AR with richer media and deeper phone replacement. Developer kits are already shipping. Apps are already being built. By launch, the ecosystem will be ready, the exact opposite of glass. Google has the AI, the platform, the partnerships, the timing. No competitor has all four at once. That's why Aura isn't just another product. It's market domination in slow motion. Project Aura isn't just another pair of smart glasses. It's the first true augmented computing platform that could actually replace your phone for dozens of daily tasks. So what do you think? Will Google finally beat Meta, or is this another disaster waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.